Hello everybody, I'm here with my friend Willie Latson. He was born in New York. He played professional overseas in more than 15 different teams. He played in China, in Russia, in Spain. Actually, the list is pretty big. He'll explain it just in a second. So welcome, Willie. We are with Willie 5 years together.
5 years in this camp, yeah.
In the camp, in the professional Nike basketball camp here in Caldwell, New Jersey. So welcome, Willie.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah. So say a couple of words about you and how everything, after stop playing professional, what happened. Of course, give more information about you to the people that are watching.
Yeah. Like you said, I'm originally from South Carolina, but I grew up in the Bronx in New York. When I was 5 years old, started living in New York City, and basically grew up playing other sports. I never played basketball until I was about 15 years old. That's when I started playing and for my local high school team, and I was very bad. I learned how to play basically in the playground with friends and AAU teams. I played for the New York City Gauchos, and basically they formed me. I learned a lot with them, and then I transferred to high schools and played for Salesian High School in New Rochelle back in the late 80s. And after that, I got a scholarship to play for junior college in Vermont, Champlain Junior College, a full scholarship. And after that, I got another scholarship to go to Duquesne University in Pittsburgh. And after that, I had an offer to play overseas. I went to a tryout camp in New Jersey, where we are now, and basically I had two offers. One country was Portugal, and another country was Argentina, and I chose Argentina, and I played about 8 seasons for different clubs in Argentina. And between clubs, I would go to Russia, and then I had another job in China. I would go to Mexico, Colombia, Venezuela, Chile, Paraguay. The list goes on. Dominican Republic I also played, and about 15 years professionally. And after I retired in 2008, I basically dedicated my time teaching children in Spain, where I currently live, English using basketball. That's my method of teaching English in Spain, is using different drills. Basically what I do here in the summer, I do the same in Spain, but only speak in English, so the kids are getting two things for one. They pay for to learn the fundamentals of basketball and also English, and so they're doing basically killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah. English through basketball, or basketball through English.
Oh yeah. But they're basically, it's a fun way to learn a language because they're doing something they love to do. Playing basketball, and they're hearing the instructions only in English. And I incorporate a lot of drills that we do for the younger kids, basically using vocabulary.
Exactly.
For example, if they're shooting free throws or shots, every time the ball goes in, it's the day of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or counting numbers by twos, 2, 4, 6. Those are for the young kids.
Yes.
And basically incorporating vocabulary and playing. Passing drills, A, B, C, D, so the kids can practice hearing English and also getting a workout.
It's not boring. They love it. They're excited about it.
Anything outside of the classroom, the kids love. And so basically I want to teach the kids outside of the classroom setting. On the courts is the best place for me and for them.
Yeah, and then your program is called Coast to Coast Sports Event.
It's called Coast to Coast Events, and it was previously called Basket and English, the Willie Latson program, but I changed it because I don't only want to do things related to basketball. I want to also do things related to sports in general. So I changed the name. I could teach golf, I could teach volleyball, whatever, have teachers here, monitors, but basically the concept is teaching a language using a sport.
Yeah.
And so that's why I changed to Coast Events. And kids that do well in school that sign up for my program can get an opportunity to come to the United States and practice what they've learned during the year, or basically learning English through a more saturated manner. Coming here, meeting kids from all over the world, practicing their English, getting out of the classroom, and brushing up on their basketball skills at the different camps we attend.
Exactly.
And so they're getting the two things, but a more saturated version of it.
Yeah, it's one of the things that we have in my camp in America, my camp in Bulgaria, the jam basketball camp. One of the bonuses here is this way, like you practice your English, and the Bulgarian group I brought here in the professional Nike basketball camp, they practice English as well, because of course they speak back in Bulgaria English with the English classes, or if they play with some, for example, two of the kids they was in the Anglo-American school anyway. But the kids in Bulgaria, when I do the, let's say, basketball classes, basketball camps, it's only English. The instruction is only in English. So they come here. Of course, they meet new friends. They learn how to play basketball, and they practice English. So that's one of the benefits in the jam camp as well. And I think sports, it's internet, especially basketball. It's international game, and it can help you to travel around the world, as you said, learn a new language, meet new friends. That's great. So, how many years now in Spain?
I've been living there without traveling to other countries for about 15 years now. But before that, I was all over the world. Just 8 months here, 2 months back home with my family, New York. Another 8 months here, always returning home. And every time I returned home, I would work a basketball camp. I would work at an NBA camp, teaching kids the fundamentals, giving back to the community. And then one day, I was in Spain in 2007. I started my basket and English program, and a parent asked me, since you go home every summer, did you ever think of bringing kids with you? I said, I never thought of that. I never thought of that. And I tried it that next year, and his kid was the first one to sign up. And from then on, it's been
how many years?
About 10 years. This year is the 10th anniversary. I started in 2008, and now we're in 2018, and it's been 10 years, and the kids are still having a great time, because it's not only basket and English, it's also a cultural exchange. It's a cultural exchange, and these children are also sightseeing on the weekends and going on trips, going to water parks, going to the cinema, going to shopping in Manhattan. My kids, I surprise them with a limousine ride. They never know which day. They know it's included in the program, but they never know which day. And so I always surprise them every year, and we go around Manhattan in the limousine and stopping at different stores, shopping. Just giving kids something fun to do in the summer. It leaves them, pretty happy at the end of the summer.
And that's my first year actually bringing kids here from Bulgaria. So I have, you have 10, I have 1, so I'm making my first steps. But the kids love it. It's not only basketball, language, culture, a social environment, integration, seeing here in the camp, professional Nike basketball camp, kids are coming all over the world.
All over. Nice. And I make it a point when my kids come from Spain here, I make sure that their roommates are kids from other countries, that they don't speak Spanish. And this year, their roommates were your program, your kids from your camp, joining, and they were staying in the same rooms, practicing their English, and they really had a good time with the Bulgarian kids.
Exactly. They kept in touch, and now
they still keep in touch.
Friends, so they're looking for next year to come again.
Yes.
And, catch up. That's amazing. That's great. So Willie, what you give is your best 3 advices for the kids or the people that are watching now? The 3 advice that you can give them, regardless basketball, regardless wherever you think that can help them in life in general.
Basically, learn how to work with other people. I think sport always prepares young children for the future, because you work on your discipline. You work on working as a team. Focusing on one goal, one common goal, working all together. And I think it prepares children for the future. Arriving on time for things. If you're going to be late, let your boss know. Let your coach know if you're going to arrive late. It just prepares you for the future. And I think if kids that don't play sports now, I think they should, and their parents should not hesitate to sign them up for any event, because it's only going to help them in the future. And also,
advice 1, play sports.
Play sports, because it works on so many factors in your life, and also concentration. Whatever you want to do in life, concentrate. Give it 100%. A lot of kids nowadays, they get distracted so easily. We have it here at the camps. You teach them something, and then 1 minute later they forget. They have to try to concentrate, because it's only going to prepare you for the future. And also, practice. Practice makes perfect. You know, you can only get better depending on how much time you put into it and how much practice you get. And always remember, the day you take off of work or practice, your rival or the person that you're going to play against in the next game, they're not taking the day off.
Yeah.
And so you always practice. Have that in your mind that every day I take off, my rival or the person that's going to compete with me in the future for a job or for a team, making a team, he's practicing or she's practicing. And so practice makes perfect.
Sports, practice,
Concentration. Concentration is the second.
Great.
Concentration is the second, and practice is the third.
Third one.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, Willie, thanks for for joining the conversation. As usual, actually, the coach Webb was the first guest, and I invited him. Now I'm inviting you to come to Bulgaria for the Jam basketball camp some of the summers in the future. You're always welcome.
Thank you.
Part of the crew here in America, of the professional basketball sports camp, and we'll keep in touch.
Sounds good.
You can find more about Willie on his Instagram, Coast to Coast, or his website, Coast to Coast.
The number
Facebook,
2.
yes. I'll include this thing in the link and in information. So it was a pleasure.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
All right.